Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. That's right. Yeah, that's it. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. And today's daily Bible readings came to us from Psalm 17, 1 through 7, Isaiah 43, 1 through 7, Matthew 15, 32 through 39, or you could have read Psalm 78, 1 through 8, and 17 through 29, and Exodus 16, 2 through 15, and 31 through 35, and then again end up with Matthew, which Matthew is where I'm going to end up today, because I want to talk about this miracle of the fish stick sandwiches. Fish stick sandwich. Anyway, sorry, every time I say it just makes me think of that song. Anyway, so let's begin at the beginning. The beginning of the story is Jesus had compassion, because that was the cause of it. That's the cause of this great miracle that we like to talk about so much, which is the feeding of the large crowd, right? The feeding of all these hundreds and thousands of people with all this bread, right? 4,000 men besides women and children, right? And after sending away the crowds, they picked up the leftovers, and there were 7 basketfuls, right? So the beginning is Jesus had compassion. That's why that was the cause of it. If Jesus had not looked upon the people with compassion, the story would have ended pretty abruptly right there, right? It would have ended with him just getting in the boat with the disciples and heading on home or going someplace else. But the story begins with Jesus having compassion, and that's probably where all good Christian stories should begin, with compassion. The disciples, on the other hand, I'm not going to say they didn't have compassion, but they seem to have had a lot more doubt. That's pretty much all they had. They had doubt, and they had a few fish, and they had some bread. So they were making doubt sandwiches. Anyway, so they had much more doubt, let's put it this way, than food. And so it's a good thing that Jesus had compassion that outweighed their doubts. Like I said, I'm not saying the disciples didn't have compassion. I'm just saying they let the amount of doubt they had get in the way in this story of what they did have. So, you know the rest of the story. Like we said, it's in the face of this great need, Jesus gives thanks to his Father, who is the compassionate one, and everyone had fish stick sandwiches. And that's the miraculous thing. And see, actually, the miraculous thing isn't really so much that everybody had fish stick sandwiches until they were full, and then they all went home. And then even then there were 7 baskets of leftovers left over, and the disciples all ate fish stick sandwiches on the way home on the boat. That's not really the miracle, as much as the miracle is the fact that Jesus had compassion on them, on us, on you, and on me. And that's maybe the miracle that that a lot of us in the church are probably lacking today. Maybe we need to look for having more compassion than doubt these days. Well, that's a short DBR for today, and we'll be back tomorrow with more. Have a good day. Boop.